I shot this episode a few days ago, and then obviously Ozzy Osbourne passed. So I'm just going to preface this by saying thank you so very much, Ozzy, for all the amazing music. It meant a great deal to so very many of us. I don't think there's anybody in metal who hasn't been influenced by Ozzy's music in one form or another. The fact that he hung on to the last minute basically to do his charity concert there in Birmingham and did the biggest charity concert of all time, even making more money than Live Aid. What a legacy to leave. Absolutely incredible stuff. All I can say is I'm grateful to have been able to experience such an amazing body of music. I made a little list here of my top 5 Ozzy tracks for anybody who cares. Obviously, you're probably going to have different top 5 than me, but here's my personal top 5 because just what the hell. I'd say at number 5, Bark at the Moon. That was my first real experience with Ozzy, being a little kid and watching music videos and seeing that video come on. I'm like, okay, that's pretty freaking cool. Carmine Appice was the drummer in that video. I don't know if he actually played on the track on that. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And of course, Jake E. Lee's incredible solo on that. What an amazing piece of music. Number 4, Perry Mason, because that song grooves like a moose. Cool drum sound. I just like it. It's a little bit different from your standard Ozzy stuff, but I thought that was really freaking cool. Number 3, especially if you're an 80s kid, this means a lot, would be Miracle Man. Zakk Wylde's incredible guitar playing. Wonderful subject matter. Talks about religious hypocrisy, that kind of thing. It was a whole thing as an 80s kid. And yeah, what a cool track. Number 2, Mr. Crowley. I actually got a copy of Blizzard of Oz as an 8th grade graduation present from a friend of mine. I had the cassette, and of course my older brother stole it, played it in his car stereo nonstop. I think the first 2 Ozzy albums, the first 2 solo Ozzy albums, are a great example of how songwriting will trump production. Always. Especially Blizzard of Oz was not sonically the best sounding record out there, that's for sure. It was a little bit thin sounding, but man, the tunes were definitely worth it, that's for sure. And my number 1, I think this is just an example of some absolutely brilliant songwriting, has got to be No More Tears. Heavy as hell riff, but there's so much more going on in this song, and this is why I still listen to it, still crank the piss out of it every time it comes on the radio or whatnot, is because there's a wonderful song there. It takes you on a journey. It's not just play a heavy riff, even though it has that. There's this, I remember when I first heard it, like I was in my college days, and it gets to that midpoint section where the piano comes in, I'm like, this sounds like it could have been on the White Album. I know Ozzy was a gigantic Beatles fan, and rightfully so. They were incredible songwriters as well. But I thought Ozzy took the music somewhere new in that song, somewhere it hadn't been before. And I thought that was really cool. And that's why that's always going to be my favorite Ozzy song. Of course, your opinion may vary, and that's absolutely fine. That's a great thing about music. We can have different opinions. We can like different things. That's what makes music interesting, and that's what keeps it fresh. Just remember that. Mix it up whenever you go. That being said, let's get into this week's episode.
Everything is an embarrassment to you. All your videos are Kring level 90. You're so cool.
Hey, Bill Angelo. First and foremost, I've never claimed to be cool. I learned a long time ago I was never going to be cool, and I'm totally fine with that. And secondly, Kring level 90. Dude, you are exhibit A of why cousins shouldn't. I was just talking to your girlfriend the other day, and funny, she said you do exactly the same thing to her. Good morning. Hope you're going to have a good day or two. I'm shooting this on the morning of Sunday, the 20th, and just kind of going over a few things. Just want to give you a little update on what's going on. Things were really progressing with the wife there, and then on Thursday she had a seizure, and we spent a good chunk of the day in the emergency room. She's going to be okay, but it definitely was a bit of a setback. She's a little upset about that. So we're currently dealing with the fallout of that. So I'm trying to do videos when I can, but she is ultimately still going to be my top priority, not the show. Got a whole bunch of stuff in the works. Things are going to be coming out slowly over the next couple weeks. First and foremost, I did that video last week where I was talking about OEM manufacturing in viewers' comments, and we got talking about the PRS court-built guitars. That video took off beyond my wildest dreams for our viewers' comments. I never thought it would do that well. So clearly, you're telling me you'd like to see a review of the PRS court. So what I did was I went out a couple days ago and did a stealth buy. That's when I go through a friend, they order the guitar for me, it's shipped to them, so we get the consumer experience, and I can see what you're going to get for your money without any corporate interference or bullshit or anything like that. The guitar's on order right now. It should be in a couple of days. I'm really looking forward to making this video and calling out any flaws that I might come across, because you deserve an actual real review, not some shill saying, oh, hey, you know, you should buy this because blah, blah, blah. I work with companies all the time, but something like this, I think I just want to kind of do it independently on my own without any kind of influence, because I really want to see what the customer gets. So please, if you could do me a favor, and if you want to help the show and you're still sticking around this far into the video, hit the freaking subscribe button already. I mean, I am trying to grow this thing. I want to get to 1 million subscribers. I'm at like 620 and things have been stagnant for the last month or two. Even though I'm getting a million plus views every single month, you're just not hitting the subscribe button. And it would be a tremendous help to me. So if you could do that, that'd be freaking awesome. All right, let's get to your comments and questions right now.
If a bad guitarist like you can make this guitar sound so good, I'm sold.
Of course, you're referring to this awesome Sterling Petrucci model I just reviewed, and this guitar is fantastic. But dude, seriously, it's not the guitar, it's the speaker. It's the brand new, made in UK Celestion Vintage 30. The quality control they brought up seriously, and they're just making absolutely awesome stuff. It doesn't matter the guitar, it's the speaker that counts. Check this out right here. Because this guitar is about 1200 US, and this guitar was what, 269, 289, something like that, under 300 US anyway. And I still find myself playing this one all the time because it's just way too much fun. It's super comfortable, and yeah, the actual guitar really doesn't have very much to do with the overall sound. It's the speaker. Keep that in mind next time you go to a guitar store. And if you have any doubt of that at all, just play your guitars, record them, and play them back. Play the same thing, tune them to the same thing, and then listen back objectively. Even better yet, come back the next day with fresh ears and listen for the differences. They're not going to be that much.
10 seconds in, I'm out.
Well, Feral Fox, I was just talking to your girlfriend the other day, and funny, she said you do exactly the same thing to her.
Great tone you have there, Glenn.
Yeah, that's the new UK Vintage 30. Sounds absolutely incredible. Doesn't matter which guitar you're plugging into it. The best part is I'm giving away an impulse response of it for absolutely free. All you gotta do is follow the link in the description. That's my gift to you for being awesome and watching the show.
I was just about to praise the new IR, just dropped it in a track. I'm just messing around with the amp knob and it came to life.
Hey, Zaturno, so happy I could help out. Once again, if you haven't grabbed it already, links in the description.
Okay, Glenn, I have an old Ibanez solid state TBX 150 half stack, and I'm wanting to seep the speakers out as they're starting to crap out on me.
I think that swapped the speakers, but I could be wrong.
I also eventually want to switch over to a tube head for it. So my question is, what would be a good speaker to swap to? Something hopefully similar to the Vintage 30s or something, but on a tighter budget. And what kind of tube head would you recommend to shoot for replacing the old solid state with? Thanks for your time, brother.
Hey, Daniel, thanks for writing in. Here's the thing. If you're US based, the price of your speakers is going up because most of the cones are not made in America. Even if the speaker's assembled in America, they're still going to get a little bit more expensive. I've done a lot of work with Mojotone over the last couple years, and the BV30Vs, that's kind of their take on the Vintage 30, are fantastic. The BV30Hs are a personal favorite of mine, and they've always been a little bit cheaper than Celestion up until now. Now they're going for about $200 a speaker, and that's because of the shift in the political landscape in the US and the tariffs coming in. So even though they're made in USA speakers, they are going to be more expensive. And I think that's going to be pretty much everything speaker related if you're a guitar player in the States. So just get ready for a little bit of sticker shock. So I don't know what's going to be super affordable right now because everything's just kind of up in the air and there's nothing concrete laid out yet. So I can recommend checking out for some used speakers that might work. Like I said, Mojotone's great. They're always a good choice. The new Celestion made in UK Vintage 30s are absolutely fantastic, as you already heard. And the Celestion EVHs are great, but you can also check out WGS Warehouse guitar speakers. They make some phenomenal stuff. The WGS Reapers are great. And if you're European or just want to get something a little bit different, there's the Hesu Demon. Phenomenal stuff. And the one I'm really excited to try out is the new Carnivore speaker from Eminence, and that's in conjunction with Christian Cola. Hopefully that one's going to be super cool as well. As for tube head, go check out some of my shootout videos where I show you how to sound like a Soldano Shimano or a Marshall for only a couple $100. Those videos are a lot of fun to do and they're super popular. But basically, if you want to save a lot of money, go find an old 6505 Plus combo, the 1x12, because they're going still relatively cheap. And if you hook them up to a real cabinet, guess what? They sound just like a 5150. They're fantastic.
Asking Steve T to give feedback on a guitar is like asking a toddler how a Ferrari drives.
Hey, Nick, you do realize Steve Terryberry actually owns and drives a McLaren, right? Yeah. Any other brilliant observations you want to bring to the class? I'm sure we'd all love to hear what more you have to say.
Hey Glenn, as always, great video. I'd like to know what you think about the transformer mod thing on microphones, taking the transformer out of an SM5857 to make it sound more open and all. Honestly, I find the difference to be negligible. It doesn't affect the tone that much. It feels more like an inconvenience than anything, but my ears aren't the best when it comes to tone perception, so I'd love to hear your opinion.
Yeah, I think I did that a while ago, and I'm like, yeah, what's the fucking point, really? Like, again, the difference is pretty freaking small. If you want a transformerless mic, just buy a transformerless mic. The SM57 is there for a reason. It's so popular for a reason. It's because it fucking works. Here's an idea. Don't fuck with it.
Hey Glenn, I just got an email from Spectre advocating for the use of AI for creating music. Shame on you.
Taylor the music teacher. Okay, so let's do some basic comprehension here. So, as you know, or you should have known if you'd been paying attention, I left Spectre Digital a couple weeks back. And just to make it very, very clear, so maybe your students can explain this to you. Spectre Digital is this company here. Spectre Media Group, that's my company down here. Those are two different things. It's like Star Trek and Star Wars. See the difference there? Spectre Media, Spectre Digital. Right. Okay. Are you paying attention still? Is that clear now? Have I spelled it out for you enough? If you get an email from Spectre Digital, that is not me. One more time, Taylor, just to make sure you're clear on this. If you get an email from Spectre Digital, that's not me. I'm Spectre Media, the one with this logo. Can you say that? I knew you could. All right, and now if I read this back out of context, it's going to sound weird. So Vince, I can't pronounce your fucking last name. He's got a question about red light fever. Why, when we hit the record button, we seize up. Very interesting stuff. He's
Fort 16, why is this such a thing? I'm the same way. As soon as I hit record, my skills, especially my vibrato, goes right out the window too.
And this is something I struggle with every time I do a guitar review. As soon as I hit the record button, my skills just vanish. I was actually talking with Christian Bay about this, who's an excellent guitar teacher, and he says it's because you forget to breathe. I'm like, holy fuck, you're right. It's like when we hit the record button, you tense up, and it's like you're not breathing normally, and that's why you fuck up, because your brain gets starved for oxygen. So it's like, it's very important when you're recording to remember to breathe, and it's something to practice as well. Usually, the simplest solution tends to be the correct one.
Huge fan with layperson knowledge. Actually know nothing. I don't even play guitar yet. Lol. With a question, cue barrage of facepalms.
Dude, there is absolutely no such thing as a stupid question. There are only stupid statements, like the one Nick made a couple of comments back. That was incredibly dumb, but yeah, let's keep going on here.
How does this compare to your recommendations for the most budget-friendly guitars, like the beginner's budget range of $150 to $300, whatever? Love the channel, thanks.
And again, we're going back on the Petrucci guitar. The Petrucci guitar is actually a very, very, very nice instrument. But again, the Steve Brown signature is great too. I'd be fine with either of those in the studio. Spending more money these days, especially with all the CNC manufacturing going on, isn't going to be a guarantee of higher quality. Keep that in mind. Your best bet is to just check out a couple of different guitars and see what you like. And again, that's why I'm going to be doing the stealth buy on the PRS SE. I want to see what Court can do without knowing that they're sending something to a YouTuber. If that's something you want to see, please, I ask, I'm begging, please hit the subscribe button so I can grow this channel. I need your help to make it happen. And if you're this far into the video and you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, like, dude, what the fuck are you doing here? Help!
Hey, do you have a video detailing your studio build with maybe some frequent response charts? I have same idea going on with my ceiling, and I'm wondering how close I may be to something workable.
Ooh, you know what? I'm actually in the process of jumping through some hoops to see if I can actually build something on my property here. I want to expand, like the studio's just grown beyond anything I have here. But I just went over to Christian Vay's place last week, his new studio, and he's got like 16-foot peaks in his ceiling and stuff. I will say this, and with no humility at all, he bought my DWs off me last year, and he played me back the first drum recording he ever made, and he absolutely wiped the floor with my best efforts I could do in here. And it it really all comes down to the room. Like he had this just massive explosive sound going on. I'm like, I am so fucking jealous. It's like, okay, I need a peaked ceiling. Definitely. So actually next week I'm going to go into his studio and we're going to do some drum recording. I'm going to have a video about that coming up real soon. And if you're a student at the Home Studio Cheat Code, you are going to get an edition put on to the course for absolutely free, all about the Glenn Johns technique and how to get great drum sounds without a lot of effort. It's going to be a really cool piece, and I can't wait to show my students all about that. But as per your original question, no, I haven't taken any frequency response graphs in here. I'm almost afraid to. Again, the rooms are just too freaking small. One thing I will say this is if I do get approval to build something out back, I will be doing a documentary series on the whole process of what it takes to build a backyard studio. I think it's going to be really cool. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to have to look for something offsite or possibly even move. I'm in kind of a dilemma right now because I was thinking about maybe moving offsite to a commercial facility, and that'd be great, but given my wife's health, I don't know if that's really an option right now because I'd rather be here at home for her as she needs me. So I might have to go move to an entirely new place if I'm not allowed to build out back. And if I'm not allowed to build the size that I want, I will definitely make some videos about that, and those will be an awful lot of fun too. Stay tuned! It's going to be an interesting year.
The drum sound killer on that mix too.
You're referencing the flock patch video I just put out a few days ago. Thanks to everybody who watched that. That video did a lot better than I expected. It was kind of flocking awesome, to be honest with you. But yeah, the drums did sound great on that. That's, of course, Jackson Ward on the drums. He recorded those at his place. He's got a bit more space. He can get a big booming sound. But one thing I've been doing is backing off all the compression. I mean, I dropped a compression card onto the Neve here. That was not cheap, by the way. It was 8 analog compressors. It goes in almost like a computer card, but it's actually the analog circuits and everything like that. It's all programmable and recallable. It's amazing. But I was actually watching something Cola did, and he was talking about how he just uses basically an SSL bus compressor to compress his drums. And I thought, well, I can do that here. I was actually using the Heritage Audio Successor, which is kind of like a Neve 33609, but with SSL style control. So I just put that on the shells and left the rest of the mix alone. No compression going on at all. This is kind of going by what JP Hendry was saying on his show about how Hetfield didn't want any compression on his guitars on the Black album. They did something similar. I think it was drums, bass, vocals all got compressed, but the guitars did not. And you have to kind of figure out a way how to do that. Fortunately, on the console here, I can do that. It's really simple. In conjunction with the flock, I can just drag and drop my bus compressor and put it on various different things. So that worked out well. So minimal compression, no compression on the actual channels themselves, just compressing the drums as a group and gently at that. I think I was, what, a 2-to-1 ratio? Like, not a lot. And yeah, it got this big booming sound that turned out really killer. It's a great technique. I think I'm going to use a whole lot more. And if anybody's wondering about that, that's my course, the Home Studio Cheat Code. And that's just one course. I'm not doing extra ones. All I'm doing is this one, and I'm just adding more and more and more content onto it to make it the best possible thing it can be based on the students' feedback. And it's going pretty damn well so far. Gotta say, I'm really loving doing the live streams with those as well. I've been able to help out quite a lot of people in relatively short time get some pretty amazing results. So pretty happy about that.
Glenn, can you do a 20 to 25 studio from scratch on a budget? Leave out the music gear and just studio stuff. I'm starting from scratch again, and I'd love to know if there's the best place to put my money to go get.
Yes, that's a great idea. I did a video a number of years ago called like the $1,500 home studio or something like that. And I think that needs a revisit. I don't know if I can do it for $1,500 anymore. But the idea is, what can we record live drums with? What can we get in terms of interface and monitors, all that? I can think of, several different brands just immediately that would fit the bill for that and give us some pretty damn good results. So yeah, I definitely want to do that. Once again, I'm going to try and do what I can, as much as I can, when I get the time. That's it. So yes, I'm going to put that on the list. You might not see that till September or October, but it's definitely going to happen. So please stay tuned for it. Great suggestion, man.
Hey Glenn, big fan of your show and the content you create and share with the world. Lately, I've been seeing these NES smart guitars advertised everywhere online. I've seen some reviews on it, but maybe you can do an in-depth review on it and give your honest feedback. All the best to you and Julie.
Actually, I think they sent me one of the earlier models a couple years ago, but it never wound up on the show. Reach your own conclusion on that one.
So when is the theme intro submission contest happening?
Hey, Eddie, I appreciate your patience. Once again, life has been kind of getting in the way as of late. I do want to do it, so it might be this fall, I'm thinking. I need to reintroduce that one and kind of get things rolling on that once more. I'm so sorry for the delay, man, but again, life has been a bit difficult as of late, and just even doing any content at all is a bit of a struggle right now. So all I can say is please be patient. Please bear with me, because I do want to make it happen. I'm sure you worked your ass off on your video and you want to share it with everybody. And frankly, I want to do it too. It's just finding the time right now is a little bit difficult. So if you can be patient, I'm going to try and do my best to make it happen. All right, that's it for this week. Thanks for writing in. Thanks for watching. Thanks if you stuck around to the end here and hit the subscribe button. I am truly freaking grateful for that. Anyway, make sure you grab that Slush and Vintage 30 impulse response. That's my gift to you for watching the show and just being plain awesome. Try it on your tracks today. I guarantee you're going to like it. Anyway, have an amazing rest of your day. And if there's somebody out there you care about, give them a hug today. It was overtime. Clearly, you guys, the guitar is just basically, and if you have any doubt, those videos are exceptionally, those videos are there any, do you have any other brilliant,